Hey guys, good evening, welcome back to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope you're all having a good Tuesday evening, whatever you're all doing, and I hope you're all looking forward to the rest of this official first week in August 2023. Good evening to everybody, hello to all you legends, hello to all you legendary people, and welcome back to our F1 23 Sergio Perez driver career mode. My favourite driver in F1 of all time ever in Sergio Perez. Very, in my opinion, underrated, criticised very, unfairly, and doesn't really get given the chance to prove that he is a very, good driver for Oracle Red Bull Racing, not just on F1 23, but also in F1 in real life due to the dominance of Max Verstappen. This is episode live. We've got the Miami Grand Prix at next. We've just won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in the previous stream earlier on this afternoon. So we've now got the evening stream because I've moved around all my content. I'm moving around all my live streams at the moment due to the fact that MasterChef Australia is back on over here in the UK. Obviously, due to the sad death of Joxon Freelo earlier in April. Obviously, he filmed this whole series, which is on in the UK at the moment. And obviously, after the series in April, we sadly heard the news that Jock has sadly passed away. So, all my time and effort at the moment, and because it's a very, good family tradition that we all sit down and watch MasterChef Australia as a family together because of how tough it's going to be watching this series knowing Joxon Freelo is no longer around. It's very, tough at the moment. It's very, hard to watch the series knowing Jock is no longer with us because he's filmed all this series in every single episode, and it just feels so raw at the moment. It still feels very, raw that Jock's no longer with us. So I've moved all the content around to put that in place for me and my family. Obviously, Jock suffers with mental health. I suffer with mental health. I've also got depression. And he really, helped me get back to where I want to be after everything he's done for everyone else. He had so much time and energy for everyone around him to help and support them on their journeys and their lives. And I think, life can be tough as it is, but I think I have to pay respect to Jock and watch the whole series because this is going to be the last ever series he's ever going to be in, and it still feels so very raw that he is no longer around, and it does upset me. I do feel emotional. I feel sometimes like breaking down about it, but do you know what? It's been tough for the last 3-4 months since he died. I mean, it's not been easy. But yeah, we're going to carry on with our F1 driver career. Let's look on a positive. We've got the Miami Grand Prix. We won 4 races out of 4 with Sergio Perez so far. We've got the qualifying for the sprint race. We've then got the sprint race as well. And then we've got the official race in Miami as well. So let's jump straight into it with Oracle Red Bull Racing. One-shot qualifying for the Miami Grand Prix in F1 23. And yeah, let's hope this is a good stream, eh? And let's do this for Jock, because Jock would want everybody to carry on in his memory. And I'm hoping we can all still remember him for everything he did for everyone. So yeah, I mean, F1 is a very, good game. Obviously, Breaking Point 2 is a very, good story mode, very, interactive. Gets everyone involved, and having story modes on games, I think, is what makes games better. And hopefully we can have a bit more stable race than what we had in Azerbaijan, because that was bloody mental. I mean, honestly, I couldn't believe how mental that was with the castle section in Azerbaijan. It was absolutely mental as hell trying to come through that. But I like Miami, and I think I'll be a lot more settled in this race, in this Grand Prix. So yeah, I'm doing a Sergio Perez driver career mode. I'm also considering doing a Lando Norris one, because obviously Lando Norris is my favourite British driver on the F1 grid, and I think, maybe in the future we will see Lando Norris at Red Bull Racing, maybe sooner rather than later, with obviously results not going Sergio Perez's way this season against Max Verstappen. It's been very, one-sided. And yeah, F1 is a results business. If the drivers aren't getting the points, then the team aren't afraid to make a move in the market when they can try and get a driver that, maybe Perez is going to have his last season at Red Bull and then he will be moved on. So I'm trying to have as many great moments of Perez in F1 23 as possible, because I don't want to see him leave Red Bull. I think for me he's a better driver than Max Verstappen. I think he's a bit more consistent and doesn't shout down the radio to his engineers like a little baby. So I think at the end of the day, Perez has to be celebrated for what he's done in F1, and I'm hoping we are going to get on pole, and that is exactly what we've done.
Good job, mate. Really,
And that is
well
P1.
done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
I mean, we're now up to 17 level on the podium pass standard. Obviously, you've got a podium pass in this game. It's a bloody shock result. And yet again, the top 6 is Perez, Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Russell, Sainz and Leclerc for Red Bull, Mercedes and Ferrari. The shock result is Zhou Guanyu of Alfa Romeo is in 7th. 8th is Alonso, 9th is Lance Stroll, 10th is Lando Norris, Pierre Gasly and Ocon 11th and 12th at Alpine, Albon 13th, Bottas 14th for Alfa Romeo Kick, AlphaTauri for Yuki Tsunoda for 15th, Oscar Piastri for McLaren 16th, Hulkenberg for Haas is 17th, Nick De Vries for AlphaTauri is 18th, Kevin Magnussen for Haas is 19th, and obviously no surprise, Logan Sargent is bottom of the grid again. This is how the current standings look. I've got a 50-point gap over for Max Verstappen as it currently stands. Red Bull, we've got a 77-point gap to Mercedes. We are on 214 points compared to Mercedes 137. So at the moment, the Constructors and the Drivers' Championships are both on for Red Bull and Sergio Perez. And hopefully I can win Perez a World Championship. That is the aim, and we're going to do it. My aim is to show the F1, not just on a game, but in real life, this is what Perez can do if he's given the right car and the right setup. And hopefully one day, Perez, if he ever decides to leave Red Bull or Red Bull get rid of him, I will still stand by him as one of my favourite drivers. If he leaves and they do replace him, I'm not going to be happy, but I've got to accept that the days of Perez at Red Bull is coming to a close. This season has not been the season he wanted. Let's not beat around the bush. It could have been a lot better this season for Perez at Red Bull. It could have been so much better. And it hasn't worked out. Results, well, in last year's results he's finished 3rd and 2nd, basically behind Verstappen. So, I think, you know, F1 is a cruel sport. Like, teams will make changes when it's necessary. Look how quickly Red Bull got rid of Gasly to bring Verstappen in. I think if Perez does not pick up results in the top 5, top 6 in the next 5 to 8 Grand Prix, the decision will be made to scrap Perez at the end of the season. I think probably behind the scenes you can see Lando Norris hanging out with Max Verstappen a lot in the mid-season break, and you can also see the temptation and the rumours that Carlos Sainz is going to Audi to leave Ferrari in 2025, and then you've also got the rumours of Red Bull dreaming of a dream team to have Charles Leclerc and Verstappen in the same team. That would be temptation to go and get Charles Leclerc. That would be a move from Red Bull where they're not messing around anymore. That they've taken Perez on because he was the only viable option for Red Bull they could get. But he is getting podiums. He has won 2 races this season, so I don't see the need to scrap Sergio Perez. But results business is a results business. So all I can see is let's see what happens. But here we go then. 5 lights on. And it's lights out, and away we go, and it's a great start from Perez into the first corner. Verstappen's coming up the inside, but Perez holds Verstappen off. Current Red Bull 1-2, just what Oracle Red Bull Racing were looking for. And I have gone very, very wide. That is not the wide corner I wanted, but do you know what? On this circuit I feel a bit more comfortable than bloody Azerbaijan. I've gone wide again. Oh my god, this car's all over the bloody place. Honestly, I am not good. My race starts aren't as good as what they used to be, but on F123 I do feel very, very comfortable behind the wheel. The grip seems to be a lot better, but I'm even on a different I'm on cockpit view now. I never used to do that, so I was never comfortable. I used to have the whole car on show in the screen, but I do feel like it's better having the cockpit view so you can see what is happening on the steering wheel. And you can see what is happening with Perez's movements with his hands, with his left and right hand on the steering wheel of the Red Bull car. So, you know, I mean, that's probably the trickiest corner in Miami, but I tell you, I love this track. And this long straight with the DRS open. DRS won't be activated till 3 or 4 laps time, but with the long straight and the straight line speed of the Red Bull, you can see that that Red Bull is very, very quick. That's a 1:35.9. We've got 7 laps of the sprint race, and then we've got the race itself. So we've done F1 double today. We've done an F1 double. We've done 2 races in a day. And obviously, due to what happened on FIFA 23's very, very corrupt game, and FIFA are corrupt in real life because their game is cheating and their game is scripted. Obviously, what happened on my FIFA 23 career mode yesterday with Manchester United is mainly down to FIFA. There is no excuses from a diabolical game, a diabolical team of producers and creators that make that game, sacking managers and dismissing them for actions that they didn't take. And basically it wouldn't let me carry on as manager. They literally just got rid of me for no reason. Apparently due to Christian Eriksen's release clause in the contract, even though I had nothing to do with that. So unfortunately we were dismissed. We were sacked not just once but twice, because I went back to the previous save point. But the same message came up on the screen. You have been dismissed as manager. You're no longer in charge of Manchester United. And unfortunately your career mode's had to end due to FIFA's corrupt game. But you know what? That ain't going to stop us from enjoying this content. We've got F1, we've got Rocket League, we have still got Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3. We will be doing EA Sports FC 24. There is still so much more content we've got planned. I mean, when Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, that will be live. The new GTA, Grand Theft Auto 6, when that comes out, we will be doing that live stream as well for the story mode. Oh my god, that was oh my god. I'll tell you what, on some corners, like, I do really, really well, but on some of them, it's just like, the car just goes in a completely direction of what I'm telling the car to do, which is really, really annoying. I think the grip of the car to the track, where you're trying to pinpoint, needs to be a lot more secure. But yeah, we're on lap 3 of 7. And the gap to Max Verstappen is nearly 13 seconds. I absolutely love Sergio Perez. If I could meet him one day, it would make my dream come true. Honestly, he's my role model, he's my hero, he's my inspiration. Honestly, I absolutely love Sergio Perez. And I think at Red Bull, if they're watching or they're listening, please give this guy a winning car. Because he's got it in him to win a world championship. He has got the skill, he's got the ability to do it. And I believe in him. I really, really believe in Sergio Perez. I think compared to Verstappen on the team radio, you see Perez and you see Verstappen. The difference between both of their not just ability but statement of intent, that Perez is a lot more calmer on the radio than what Verstappen is. And you can see that. I think Perez has got a lot more eye in team. I think Perez cares about the team a lot more than what Verstappen is. And I think in real life you are seeing that in several of the races. But yeah, like, I enjoy F1 23. It's a very, very good game. Probably the best F1 game they've ever released. Because wait till we do the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And I think I've even chucked Portugal in. I think I've chucked the Portuguese Grand Prix in as an extra race to do. I mean, the only thing I don't like is the way the back end of the car goes out on you. They've made that very realistic. But you know what? I think that's the enjoyment of F1. See what I mean then? Then, for example, did you see the back end of the car complaining? You're on lap 5, you've got 2 laps to go to the sprint race finishes. In Miami, I mean, what a genius idea to have a Miami Grand Prix. Honestly, what a track, what a circuit. This is a race Perez could have won this year.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
See, under the bridge, I like this section as well, under the bridge. That is so cool. And hopefully, you know, we've got plenty of live content coming up for you all this week. I am attending the Bristol City game tomorrow night at Ashton Gate, 7:45 kick-off for the home game against Oxford United of Sky Bet League 1 in the Carabao Cup first round. Obviously, I will be in attendance for that game tomorrow night. If you want to come and say hi, come and say hi. And please subscribe to the channel, so there'll be plenty of match day vlogs for tomorrow night. Those videos will be uploaded straight after the game, once I get home from the game. And yeah. And then Thursday evening, all for you amazing people, we have got the first preview of the season for Manchester United against Wolves for the game next Monday evening, for the first game of the 2023-2024 Premier League season. And I'm really, really looking forward to it, doing the first preview. It'll be very interesting to see the topics we will be talking about on that preview. And are Manchester United ready to kick off this Are we ready to kick off this Premier League season with the squad and the players we've signed so far in this summer transfer window? I think that's going to be a very interesting debate about what Man United going forward is going to happen in this Premier League season. Only time will tell, but we've got loads of content planned. And now we're back on F1. We can tell FIFA to do one. FIFA is gone. FIFA can do one now. It's a shame, it's disappointing, but no control of my own. FIFA have done what FIFA do. They script their game, they're a corrupt organisation, they're a corrupt business, and basically their game is corrupt as well. A broken game that was released way too early in production, a game that should have been kept down for weeks to get it out when it needed to be released properly, and updates that were completely and utterly pointless when they could have done all the updates in one full swing to sort the game and to make the game better. But FIFA usually, well, we need to make our game, we need to make our money, why should we listen to your views and your opinions? Because we're your customers, we play your shit game, and unfortunately when the game's corrupt and broken, we've got no choice but to play it, because the games that PlayStation and Xbox offer are a load of shit. Especially when Xbox gamers should have the Xbox Game Pass for free, and PlayStation Plus really should be giving PlayStation owners PlayStation Plus for free when they buy a new console, but apparently that's not how it works. But if I was the boss of the PlayStation, they need to start getting their games, releasing better games. GTA 6 should have been out by now. Simpsons Hit and Run should have been remade years ago. Need for Speed Underground 2 needs to be remade. Get Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters redone as well. Get GTA 6 out, get EA Sports FC 24 out a lot sooner, and then we can talk. But yeah, the top 5 as it currently stands: Perez, Verstappen, Hamilton, Sainz and Leclerc. And we're heading to the finish line. There's the checkered flag. And Sergio Perez wins the sprint race for Miami.
Yes, come on, we're on the podium. Good job this weekend. That's a great drive, thank you.
And we do have breaking news before, and it will be mentioned on the preview for the Wolves game. Wolves have dismissed their manager. Julian Lopetegui is gone. 7 days before the Premier League season starts, and their first game is away to Manchester United. Wolves manager is gone. Wow. That is a shock. And there is Carabao Cup tonight. I completely forgot there was Carabao Cup games. But yeah, Lopetegui's gone. So what happened in this sprint race? Well, Perez and Verstappen 1 and 2 for Red Bull, Hamilton in 3rd for Mercedes, Sainz and Leclerc 4th and 5th for Ferrari, Russell in 6th, Alonso and Stroll 7th, 8th for Alpine, Lando Norris in 9th, Gasly in 10th for Lando Norris in 9th for McLaren, Pierre Gasly in 10th for Alpine, Zhou Guanyu 11th for Alfa Romeo, Albon and Bottas 12th and 13th for Williams and Alfa Romeo, Piastri and Hulkenberg 14th and 15th for McLaren and Haas, Ocon and Tsunoda 16th and 17th for Alpine and AlphaTauri, Kevin Magnussen 18th for Haas, Logan Sargent 19th for Williams, and Nick de Vries 20th for AlphaTauri. So right, now we've got the race up in full now. There is even more breaking news coming out of United that West Ham are very, very close to signing Harry Maguire. The issue remains is the wages Maguire is due for Man United in comparison to what we get at West Ham. But it's going to be a very, very interesting week for Manchester United. It's going to be an interesting week because you've also got, hopefully, the Amrabat deal moves quicker. If Maguire leaves for West Ham, it looks like we'll get that to Ebo from Nice. So that would be the replacement of Maguire. Amrabat probably for McTominay and Fred. Hopefully, Donny van der Beek, Dean Henderson, Eric Bailly all going to go as well. But I would hate for this week to be alone just departures. We need to sign some players. We can't just let players go without leaving. We can't let players leave without replacing them. I think we're going to have to sign replacements first. That's what I think is going to have to happen before we let anyone go. But it's sell to buy crap. FFP, financial fair play bullshit as well. But here's the starting grid for the Miami Grand Prix.
Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Sainz, Leclerc, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Norris, Gasly, Zhou, Albon, Bottas, Oscar Piastri, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Sargent, and Nick de Vries.
Why did, the only thing that's happened with F1 this season, why did AlphaTauri go for Nick de Vries? And why did Williams go for Logan Sargent? Clearly, Logan Sargent ain't good enough, and AlphaTauri have already placed Nick de Vries with Daniel Ricciardo. So it's a really strange F1 season. Really, really strange.
to light
Why
me
have we
up on
got the
the grid.
camera
Well, I
angle
imagine
on
they'll be
Esteban
starting to feel
Ocon?
the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one. A bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Right, here we go then. Five lights on. And lights out, and away we go. It's a great start from Sergio Perez. Into the first corner chicane. And it's brilliant. What a defending from Sergio Perez. This is brilliant. And Perez is absolutely flying. More than Concorde. And we've already got a 4-second gap. And it's a purple in sector 1. It is a brilliant start. I love this Miami Grand Prix circuit. Now we can blast off up the road. We've got 20 laps of pure F1 adrenaline. I did hit the wall there, but luckily no damage done. So 1:35.001. Nearly a 1:35 dead on. Got way wide. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Look at that gap now, it's nearly 10 seconds. I mean, I love how close the crowd are to the track as well on the Miami Grand Prix. Just, you get a real buzz of satisfaction when you're that close to the action in the race. It's brilliant, isn't it, really? That is why F1 for me is the best second sport in the world beyond football. I think F1 and football are the best sports in the world. Forget rugby, forget NFL. Football and F1, even darts and snooker are probably the 4 best sports in the world. So 1:34.7, absolutely smashing these lap times out of the park. I have got a message on my phone, so I may have to take this message quickly. Let's just check this message quickly. I was just on about the Wolves manager being sacked. My mate did tell me Wolves have just sacked their manager. What are they doing? They've only got to play Man United. I'll tell you what. I do fear for Wolves now. They've let Jimenez go, Neves go, Traore's gone. That Nathan Collins they signed as well, gone to Brentford. If I was a Wolves fan, I would be bricking it this season. Because I'll tell you what, if they go for the ex-Bournemouth manager in Gary O'Neill, I tell you what, I would start preparing for life in the Championship, because I think Wolves will struggle now. Unless they get a new manager bounce, but Lopetegui did manage to keep Wolves in the Prem. I think what's happened here is that what is going on at Wolves, Wolves have received all that money for Neves, Jimenez, Nathan Collins, and they've also got rid of Adama Traore. What's happened here is, basically, the money Wolves have brought in, they've not spent a penny. I don't think they've even signed one player this summer. And I think Lopetegui's like had enough. He's like, well, I've got to keep Wolves in the Prem. I've got Man United away on Monday night, and you've not signed me any players. I've got no signings I wanted. None of the players I wanted to be brought in haven't been brought in. And basically, you're expecting me to work miracles of a squad that's lost Jimenez, Neves, Adama Traore, and Nathan Collins. That's just not acceptable from the Wolves board. I have no clue what's going on at Wolves, but I think Lopetegui did a good job. And all of a sudden, Wolves have now just sacked him. I mean, will Wolves get a new manager bounce, or is it more than what's going on at the club and what's been said? Because if Lopetegui hasn't been given the signings or the players he wants, I feel sorry for the guy. Like, you're the manager of Wolves and you're telling me there's hardly any money to spend, but yet you've made all that money through all those 4 players you've let go. Like, I mean, Gary O'Neill might keep Wolves up, he might do a good job, but why would you sack a manager days before the new season starts, as well as all the coaching staff being dismissed as well? Wolves are probably going to have to pay Lopetegui off now, as well as all the coaching staff as well. Like, the money they've probably recruited from all those 4 players is probably gone now, because they're going to have to pay off the manager, all the coaching staff. Like, Wolves are in big trouble here. I don't think Man United are going to take full swing of that. I think Man United are going to look at that thinking, right, they know they're going to have a new manager bounce, but look at the crisis they're in, we need to put pressure on them. Man United do need to win. Like, United do need to win their opening game of the season. There's no doubt about it that, you know, United as a whole need to win their first 5-6 games of the season to stand any chance of running away with the league. But for Wolves to do that to their own manager, I feel sorry for Lopetegui. I feel sorry for the Wolves fans and supporters, because clearly, the hater NBB Football Association in the chat, but I feel sorry for the Wolves fans. I feel sorry for the Wolves supporters. Like, I really feel for them. What do you think about Barca beating Spurs 4-2? I'm not surprised. Tottenham are crap. Tottenham are absolutely shit. Like, I think the future of Harry Kane has got Spurs absolutely rattled. And basically, all they've done is bring in some goalkeeper I've never heard of and brought James Maddison and signed a striker to today. I don't know what's going on at Tottenham, but I tell you what, if Spurs start struggling, Postecoglou, they'll sack him very quickly. We know what Daniel Levy's like. We know what Daniel Levy's is, so I'm not surprised Tottenham lost. Barcelona compared to Tottenham's night and day. Barcelona actually win trophies. Spurs, the only trophy they collect is all the dust in their cabinets. Like, I'm not surprised Barca came back and won. Like, I don't really think pre-season matters to most clubs than what it means, but yeah, it's one of those things really. But if I was a Spurs fan, a Wolves fan, I would be panicking now. And even a Chelsea fan, because it looks like Chelsea are going to get done for overseas payments to other organisations in the time Roman Abramovich was the manager. How do I think Real Madrid are going to do without Benzema? Interesting. I think they're going to struggle. I think Real Madrid have spent all the money on Bellingham and realised that Benzema's going and haven't replaced him. I mean, fancy replacing Benzema with bloody Joselu, the ex-Stoke City striker. That is no ambition at all. That is basically get by with what you've got, Ancelotti. We haven't got the money to afford a striker. So it's very, very interesting that I can't believe Benzema's left and they haven't replaced him. Like, that's no ambition at Real Madrid. You've signed Bellingham and basically brought in a Joselu as a B-Tech option to get by till probably the end of the season or probably January, where Real Madrid will then strike for a striker. But yeah, it's a bloody weird one. I don't know what's going on with certain clubs this summer, but it's like, is it Chelsea, Tottenham, Wolves, Real Madrid? They spend money in all the wrong places and then they lose players they love and need and they don't replace them. And it's the same at Man United. We've got players at Man United who should no longer be at the club, and we've still got them here. So it's very interesting. I honestly thought that was me there by the Mercedes. I was about to say that I'm not by the Mercedes, I'm way out in front. I was about to say, I was looking at the race map then, I was thinking, bloody, that's a big gap.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out. Understood, copy that.
And look at the gap Verstappen's got as well. Look at the gap Verstappen's got. I mean, bloody hell. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. I don't think Real Madrid are going to win the Liga. I don't think they're going to get far in the Champions League. The only way Real Madrid challenge if they sign you-know-who from PSG. And you know what I'm talking about, Kylian Mbappe. But will Real Madrid sign Mbappe for the money PSG want? I don't have a clue. I don't know. It's going to be one of those seasons where anything can happen in the football. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be some surprise things that happen in several of these different leagues this season. There's going to be some shocks this season. Has Verstappen taken time out of me? Quick question, how is Max Verstappen finding 4 or 5 seconds in his time? I would have loved Lewandowski at Man United. Honestly, that would have been a dream striker signing, especially knowing the injury problem Rasmus Højlund has got now with his back. There is no way Manchester United can go a whole season with Rasmus Højlund unable to play more than 2 games a week. If Man United have got any action at all or any ambition, you're going to have to go and sign a second striker. Because I tell you what, if Rasmus Højlund ain't fit for the start of the season, due to this back problem he's got, United are screwed. United are screwed till January again. And the problem is, if the Qataris haven't taken over the club by then and there's no money to spend because of the Glazers, we are going to be fucked till the end of the season, till May again. Simple as that really, it's Glazers economics again. I'd love to know where Verstappen is finding all this time. And I'm fed up of clubs using financial fair play and, you know, we've got to sell to buy tactics. It's a complete utter load of bullcrap. Like, I can't stand that with certain clubs or something. Oh, we've got to sell to buy. We've got to be careful with the players we bring in. It's bullshit. Like, Man United are doing it with Maguire and Scott McTominay and bloody Fred, Donny and Donny van der Beek, Dean Henson, Eric Bailly. We've got to sell to buy, and it's like, see Verstappen's pitting before me. Oh my god, I'm going for the undercut. For fuck's sake. I'm gonna have to go for the undercut then. Whoa. That's... Yeah. I do keep an eye on Ronaldo every now and again, but I've lost complete respect for him. Like, the way he walked out on Man United and basically said, I'm the big I am, I'm bigger than the football club. It's like...
Max is in the pits. Max in the pits. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 25.7 seconds.
NBB Football Association, any chance of any promotion helping me to promote the channel? Can you get any of your mates or any of your friends to subscribe to the channel at all? Would your friends or mates subscribe to the channel as well if you mention the channel to all of your mates and friends that you've got? To help me grow this channel and help grow yours as well? Any chance of, you know, a shout out to any of your, or any of the content you do? To help, you know, grow both our channels? Cheers, I appreciate that. A massive shout out to NBB Football Association in the chat. He's been one of our subscribers for a long time now. Yeah, massive shout out to him. Whoa.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
What's the average pit lane loss? It's 22 seconds, isn't it? So on lap 11, and everybody around us has pitted. Top 5 is for me, Perez, Verstappen, Albon, Hamilton and Leclerc. It was Hulkenberg, but...
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Your early turn in meant we had a slower than planned pit stop. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Well, on lap 12 of 20, and out we go. A new fresh set of boots, medium compound tyre. Alex Albon of Williams is in third. He was in third until Hamilton got him. And now he's down to 5th, because he's pitting. Well, he's probably down to about 10th or 15th now. At least they got me out in front of Max Verstappen, but... gosh, this is going to be tight now, 9-second gap. The thing is, I could see Verstappen.
Yellow flag.
Oh shit.
Okay, clear.
Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday evening, by the way. Can't believe we're halfway through the week tomorrow already. Where is this time going? It's absolutely flying by at the moment. Verstappen got fastest lap. That gap is closing, man. Tell you what, his fucking race has been neutralised. Have they not got fastest lap? Not yet. No, not yet. Oh, actually, yeah, leave it. That gap is closing. Why did they pick Verstappen ahead of me? I'm the lead bloody driver. He's finding so much time in certain sectors. I'm going streaming. 48 minutes. In sector 2, I've done the fastest sector, so I've gone green in there. But Verstappen is still finding time. I've just gone quicker. 134.05. So. How much time he's knocked off there? Oh, this is going to be tight, man. Got 5 laps to go. Just have a quick drink break. 4 laps to go. God, I've gone way wide there. Way too wide. I have a notification from a message. It's not why I don't care about bloody Carabao Cup.
Just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Ah, fantastic drive. Fantastic, amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
And that's the checkered flag. What an amazing victory in what has been a great Miami Grand Prix. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they secured here. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, you can't fault anything that Sergio Perez did out on the track today. He drove flawlessly, making him an easy pick.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.